Hello, Flickr Patriots. This is your host, Revamps here. Give me a second while I get everything all set up and at the ready. All right, let's make sure everything is running. Perfect. Just give me a sec here while I get things in order. All right. Let me go ahead and do some work. All right. Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tripshon here, and today we're going to be doing another stream. This time we're going to be working on some Bionicle Stars sets. Yes, that's right. We're going to be making some stars, and it's going to be fun. I'm thinking about like working on a Roxy. So just give me a sec while we get everything set up here. Had to do my setup a little bit differently for this one. Now, I was trying to set up my 4K camera. It would not work. I think I might need to get a new cable or something like that just to get the camera to work. It's an interesting dichotomy that we got going on here. We're going to be working on some star sets. I want to make the Roxy. The Roxy of Heat Vision. That was something that I wanted to design, and I think I'm going to be working on that. So that's what we're going to be working on today in that regard. So without any further ado, let me see if the camera still works. Ooh, nice. We got camera, not the highest quality. How do pieces look? Oh, this feels like early 2000s type of feel. You know what? It has some charm to it. It's at least capturing the colors pretty well, all things considered. Yeah, because like I do not have any of my filming lights on. Filming lights can be like very warm, so I think this actually works pretty well, all things considered, for this stream. I don't think I'm gonna need any of the high quality filming lights for this one, especially for such a brightly colored characters as they are. I think we should be fine, unless if something else comes up, which I doubt. But that might be the case in that regard. So I'm gonna go start working on the Roxy dude. Parts here, mainly being the spine. Once I find the spine, then I can put away the access pieces, kind of thing. Because I got all the other elements nicely organized, so I don't want to worry too much in that regard. Should be fine. Yeah, camera's working. Everything's working pretty well. There's no latency. Thank goodness for that. Alright, next. Oh, I found some pieces that could be useful. So, I think we're going to give him some bell bottoms, because the Roxy with bell bottoms is actually pretty high. If I do say so myself. There we go. And let me put this up. There we go. Orange there. I'm not going to put too much orange because the orange is mostly prominent in the hands, spine, and feet. And everything else is just gray, but I'm not down for that, so I think I'm going to be adding some blues in this guy. I'm going to put a blue Zammer sphere. Why? Because I feel like it. That's why. Fight me. Okay, honestly, we're going to put this to the side. We're going to go pour these out. Now that is a lot of bonkle. That's a lot of bonkle. But now we are prepared and we know exactly what we're looking for. You know what? I might keep this torso. It might be helpful. Who knows? The idea is to make the character more upscale. And this is going to be a whole bunch of small, straightforward builds, mostly upscale. Should be fun, should be interesting. All that good stuff. Got some, that piece, might keep that. Should be handy. And we got a pile of pieces forming for our OC/character. It's pretty high, it's pretty good. I have no complaints. Rexy were such a fun build. They're fun, like, I would say, like, ground trooper enemies in the Bionicle universe. They're pretty fun. They're pretty great, all things considered. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, offensive gray. Hey, how about that? Offensive gray. And I got a comment here from Syntax Sundere. Thought 2 Zammer spheres. Make this Rakshasa just have 2 Thornax launchers with Zammer spheres in them. That's a great idea. Hi, can you guys still hear me? I'm sorry. Did I smash? I smacked the camera. The mic. I called the mic the camera. The camera's over here, and the mic is. Yeah? Okay. It works. I didn't break it. I didn't. Didn't break it, I swear. But yeah, that is a good idea. I might actually do that. And I'm gonna utilize this gear in the Roxy torso. In the Roxy torso in some shape or form. It'd be fun and interesting. I'm gonna keep this in case if we decide to go back to classics. So I'm gonna keep digging stuff out. Always grab more than what you need when you're making a Bionicle. You may not use all the pieces, but you'll be thankful earlier for taking it out. That's usually how making a MOC usually goes when you're working with a Bionicle. Sometimes you pull out a lot more pieces than you need, but in the end it helps you figure out the different shapings and different stuff like that when it comes to making a MOC/character. And honestly, it's a very fun thing to do. Alright, last box. Let's pop her open. And what do we have? We got another gray Metru pelvis. We're gonna be saving that. Should be fun, should be interesting. That's all we had to grab. Because everything else I have nicely organized. Oh, let me get weapons. Let me get weapons because I do like the idea of... We can hear. Yeah, don't worry. Omen 4 says, Nectan, where is Nectan? You want Nectan? I will give you a Nectan. Hold on, let me grab Nectan. I'll show you Nectan. Nectan is real. It was not clickbait. I will show you Nectan. I'll give you a reason to Nectan. You think you can Nectan all over the place? I'm Nectanin time. I'm gonna Nectan so hard that no neck will be able to tan ever again. What am I saying? I think the energized protodermis is kicking in. Whoa. But yeah, get neck tanned. Oh, there we go. You may not have to get neck tanned because, actually, JK, you got neck tanned. Whoa! I got neck tan. He's here. He's here. But he's not 100%. We need to cure him. Alright? He's suffering from scoliosis with a lack of armor. And we need to make him better. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna make him better than ever. But yeah, there's your neck tan. He's a sweet, ouch, pointy boy. It's very, very pointy, very pokey. Just don't ask him to do any hokey pokey because he'll shank you. Okay. That was long and derivative, but you know what? This dumb kit is about to get swarmed by a whole bunch of... There we go. Guts, that was a little bit too excessive. Oh dear God, what have I done? That was a little bit too excessive. I'm sorry. Alright, let me see if that's in frame or not. It's a little bit in frame. I can raise this up though. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that will do. Alright, let me find the pieces that I need. Let me just dig in here. I'm gonna grab some parts here. Don't mind me. I'm gonna grab some parts. I'm gonna put them away as I dig through them. That's what I'm gonna be doing. This is gonna be the most efficient way to pick up. But will I find what I'm looking for? Absolutely. 100%. There's a piece. And that's a darker shade of silver. What kind of silver do you have in your spot? Okay, it needs the brighter shade. That one. We'll keep the older ones. I feel like we can Gurek staffs, maybe? Who knows? Oh, wait a minute. I can add this. Oh, there we go. That might actually be cool to see. I'm gonna implement these into the stabs. I feel like that's gonna be cool to see. Now I just need to grab 3 more parts. Hopefully I can find those parts. There we go. Got a part. Now, where is the B part? Let me know in the comments down below. That should be fun. That should be fun and engaging. Gusset says, good evening. Good evening, fellow compatriots. Compatriot. Hold on, give me a sec. Ugh, I had to take my shirt off You know, when you're making Bionicle, you know, sometimes you have to take your shirts off, alright? You know, it is... It's a very emotional state, okay? When you're playing with your Bionicle. And look, we're starting to see Nectan. He's being unburied. We're unsheathing him. We're preparing for the reveal of the Nectan. Are you not entertained with the Nectaner? Oh, that's a cool piece. That's a cool piece. I might use this piece. We might use that. Oh, that's a darker shade. We can't use that. Blaster piece, tempting. We have 4. Where's the other pointy thing? I need another pointy piece. Why can't I find the other pointy piece? I want the other pointy piece. If I can't have a pointy piece, then what's the point of having a pointy piece? Okay. I can make it with another pointy piece. It doesn't have to be the pointy piece. It can be just a pointy piece. But it won't be very staffy without the pointy piece. I want the pointy. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out pointy piece when we get to it. We got the Roxy staff pieces. We could probably use this as an overlay. I feel like the ball could just rest on top of this anyways, so maybe it might work. Who knows? But I don't want to use a Gurek staff if I don't have to use the Gurek staff. Now I'm thinking. I'm thinking very hard. I'm gonna use a rare piece. I got rare piece bin. I will use the rare pieces so that I can flex and be the true supreme ruler of the rare pieces. And then no one will ever be able to make the Stars Roxy. Ah, the most evil, most diabolical plan, truly. Even the Makuta tears in fear. Probably not, but you know, it's a fun thought. It's a fun thought. It can be a fun thought. Alright. Anyways, we got a Roxy here. So we're gonna be taking priority of that. And we're gonna start with the feet. I feel like the feet is the best way to start for this guy. Oh, I have Keytorange! That's right! I can put a Keytorange arm piece in him. Maybe. Oh yeah, I was gonna fix this guy. There we go. He has a thigh. I saved his life with a thigh. You're welcome, fellow compatriots. He now has thighs, because thighs save lives. And he has biceps too, I guess. Oh, hold on, give me a sec. Hello. I'm doing pretty good, can't complain. Oh, what's up? What do you need? Yeah? Ooh, Gunpla sounds fun. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Ooh, yeah. good. That would be fun. Right. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I'm 100% okay with that. Alright, Alright. See you tomorrow. Bye. Alrighty, let's go back to the show. Alright. Now, I have a dude. I'm thinking having this as an overlay would be interesting to see for Arakshi. And we do got these side pieces that we could probably implement to make it feel more like Arakshi in a way. But I do like the layering idea. This looks satisfying. Like they look like they're supposed to go together, and they give like a Talon-like feel. In all honesty, so we can do that. Let me get my Bionicle stars. So I think I did a video of this guy. I'm not so sure if I did or not, but I got a Bionicle stars Zyglak. So I got Bionicle stars Zyglak over here because I felt the need to make a Zyglak, and I love this little dude. He's missing a thigh, but honestly, I can give him back the thigh. I feel like he can have his thigh back. I'll give him his thigh back. He needs his thigh. Let me do that real quick. I'm gonna give this man his thigh because he needs his thigh. Because thighs save lives. You know this, I know this. It is the will of Matanui that all thighs save lives. There we go. Got some. Now he has thighs. This is gonna be the trend of the stream, isn't it? Just me saying thighs over and over because a character is either missing a thigh or Syntax says, I just stick with the Plinky Tongue feet. They have better symmetry than the claw feet with the 03 up. Okay. We'll try that. We'll try that. We'll try that. We'll try. We'll try. We can try. We got a whole bunch of stars here, which means a lot of possibilities. And I need gray sockets. Let me find the gray. And I think due to the era, no, we're not going to use 08 sockets. I felt the need to use 08 sockets, but that is a very dangerous game. But it's tempting. It is very tempting to use the... You know what? I already started this rabbit hole. I'm going to finish it with some 08 sockets. Oh no! I'm going to do the 08 sockets. Oh, I love playing a dangerous game. It's a very dangerous game. I'm not so sure if that is the wisest decision, but it is certainly the most funnest decision. All right, we're gonna make a gear function with this pelvis after we make some legs. Because as you do, I do like myself a good pair of legs. Alright, so we're gonna be... I was thinking of Metru legs in the gray. Like gray Metru legs, but I'm doing another build. So what we're gonna actually be doing, instead of the thing that I wanted to do, is we're gonna make custom built legs. I feel like custom built legs might be delish. I can use Keytorange. Wait a minute, I can cover with armor. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. I got an idea here. We can cover it with gray. No, it has to be a secondary color, not a primary. I'm gonna get my colors mixed up if I do that. Yep, custom build it is, because I am low on parts. Because simplicity is definitely not on the menu today. I wish it was, but it's not. Nor will it ever be. Alright, get these on the bowl, and yeah. I feel like that will allow for the transformation sequence to work pretty well if it's connected in that type of format. Alright, let me get some neck pieces, maybe. Nope. So, some Matoran neck pieces. That might be fun. That might be fun. That might be interesting. That might be delish at some capacity. There we go. And because we're doing things so small, let me lower things down a little bit for all y'all. And so that you get a better view. It's majestic. So small. There we go. You guys got a better view now. Now you can see what I'm doing. Isn't that lovely? And a cable just passed by, but don't worry about that. That is to create atmosphere. Because I know how much you guys love atmosphere. Alright, let me see if I have enough parts to make custom legs. And then adding a Bionicle part. Ideally in bluish gray for some additional detailings. Do I have... Oh, yep, I do have it here. Wow. 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 Okay. That's a shame. I do have rare pieces, but I don't have anything that speaks to me. Except maybe for these claws in orange. It's the only thing that really speaks to me. Alright, I think we're gonna have to add a third color into this equation. So that it's not just blue and Keat orange. Instead of bluish gray and wait a minute, I said blue. I'm gonna make it blue. I said blue, and now I want to make it blue. Do I have enough blues to make this happen? Now that is the real question. Do I have enough blues to make this happen? What kind of blue? I got the medium blue that Kina has. Got dark blue. And also maybe dark blue is a little bit too much. It makes it feel more royal than it has to be. You know, we're just gonna keep with the orange legs. I don't know why I'm fighting it. I should embrace it. And we're gonna make it like the movie. Yep, we're gonna make him feel more like a movie set. I think that's what we're gonna do. I know I was like, oh man, I could maybe base it off of the like something else entirely, but you know what? We're gonna use 08 sockets, and we're gonna make these legs, and these legs could be beautiful. There we go. There we go. some 2 length axles in black so that they don't pop out as much, because honestly, I'm gonna make this feel like a set. You know what? I'm gonna make this feel like a set. It's gonna have the red axles. I'm gonna use red and red axles and blue pins all over this thing, just so they can feel like a Lego set. We're doing it. We're gonna make this feel like a Lego set. Because I can. Because I can. We're making it feel like a Lego set. Sorry, not sorry. We're doing it. Like it or not, we're gonna do it. There we go. Got a leg. And now we got another leg. And then we need the bluish gray upper legs, and then bluish gray thigh armor. Just to blend everything together, because yes. Honestly, we could use silver. Yeah, there's silver in this guy's frame. We can use silver. I didn't realize that. We can definitely use silver. Just to pop everything out more. I really like this design. He's a chunky unit. I actually kind of like this. It gives him actual stomp. Oh yeah, I forgot to add the bell bottoms. Can I put it in the back? I can use it for the shoulder pads, maybe. I could probably use it for the shoulder pads. I kind of like the ketone orange. All right, time for the play feature. We got the legs. Now it's time for the play feature. I love the stars figures, but this is better. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we're gonna move all the guys over there so that they're more visible. Yeah. Let me get... make them more visible here. There we go. They're more visible in the background. We're gonna put a play feature now in the Roxy, because Roxy had gear functions, and we're gonna put a play feature in a Stars Roxy with the utilization of a Metru pelvis, because there's a gear system, and we're gonna be using that gear system with a little bit of science. But first, we need to figure out the diameter, the radius of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a pin here, because we had to play with the gear in order to figure out what we can do with it. That's one of the most important things to do when you're making a play feature, is play with it, slap random pieces. So we got something to pivot in the meantime to do our little experiment. And we're gonna try, and we're gonna use this gear with this raw piece, and it looks like we can. So that's a 3 spacing, and it hits the ball. So that's not. balls act like the stopper for it. In the pelvis. We could probably use this as a lever, maybe? To create a wait a minute. If that's... Oh, wait, hold on. I think I might have just gotten an idea, guys. I just got an idea. Hold on. I got an idea. I got a very wild idea, guys. I just got an idea. And you know, whenever I get an idea, you know what that means, guys? Bionicle cheese. I just found myself some Bionicle cheese, guys. We got the sacred Bionicle cheese. The Bionicle cheese. The one and only, the delicious Bionicle cheese. We might have found some Bionicle cheese, guys. We have found the sacred Bionicle cheese. The world may never be the same again. Because we found this Bionicle cheese. And it's beautiful, and we're only like a half an hour in, and I already found some Bionicle cheese. It's truly a time to be alive. Alright, I'm trying to find the gear that I need for this experiment because of the size of said gear. Alright. There we go. I got it. I'll probably put this down. Please don't spill. Thank you for not spilling. You are awesome. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try the Bionicle cheese. And we're going to be doing this. And this might allow us to do some dynamic movement. That's what I'm thinking with it, because it acts as a stopper. So that you know how the Roxy do that lean? Where they swing the staff but stab it in the ground? I think I can make it into an actual play feature with this pelvis. I'm not joking. I think I can actually do it with the pelvis. But to pull it off, we're gonna use this as an example. So you guys can see it as an upper torso as we play around with this. There we go. Put that there, and I'm gonna put a yellow piece here in the meantime. And now, if I were to rotate this, we got a leaning feature. And it's the most aggressive swing I have ever seen in a toy. So he leans as he attacks. And it's not using the gear in the bag, it's just tilting back and forth. We just made a new play feature, guys. We just made a new play feature, and it's beautiful. If you guys want to use it yourself, be sure to give me credit, obviously. But yeah. We just made a new play feature, and we're going to put it in the Stars Roxy. Hippo says, I've always loved revamps of G1 sets that still feel like they've released in that era. Yeah, I'm trying to do that with this set. But yeah, I think we just made a... Yeah, we're gonna utilize this. We're gonna utilize this now. Obviously, we can't use this piece because this would have been retired in the year 2010, I believe. Was it 2009 or 2010 that the stars came out? But yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. We're gonna turn this into a feature now. I want to turn it into a play feature, and it's gonna be a play feature now. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a play feature now. Now, obviously, to limit pricing, yeah, to limit the cost of the set, I'm gonna factor in, as a set designer myself, we need to limit the cost so that of this, if this were to be made physically, if this were to come out in the year 2009. So we're gonna put that there, and that way that goes through there and into there. That way we can rotate this still. And I'm not so sure if the upper torso should turn. It might have to turn the upper torso, because this is just rotating back and forth. We got this, that's probably going to be where the neck attaches. We need a neck and then the head. Would the Holy Matoran torso still be used? Actually, no. We're gonna put Technic. I think we're gonna just use a Technic beam. Lyric says yellow. Hey. Centric says we'll probably get a Vaki bottom torso piece to attach the legs to now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Oh yeah, Vaki. That's... Wait a minute, no, not necessarily. I got 2 of these. I could just stack them up. I can stack them up and still give him the gear crotch. We're gonna do that now. Yep, we're gonna do that now. Oh, that's a light gray. Let's put some... Put that in and put that in. There we go. Stable base, he leans, he looks good, and we're gonna put most of the budget into upper torso. Yay! Wait, I forgot a piece that used to exist in 2009! Oh, I forgot about a piece that existed in 2009! Oh! Bionicle cheese! We got some more Bionicle cheese! Yes! Yeah! Oh, this one's broken. Oh gosh dang it. I need a replacement. I need a replacement. Do I have a replacement for the Bionicle cheese? I need it. Oh, God, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, but I'm saying it's fine so that I don't have to think about it, that it's not actually fine. I found Bionicle cheese though. I found the Bionicle cheese. Alright. And we replicated the sockets just with one piece. With the Bionicle cheese. Alright, we're gonna slide this guy in. It's not gonna be completely center. It's gonna be off a bit, but you know what? It's the price that you pay for. Can I? Oh my gosh! Can I not? Let me take your legs off, dude, for a second. I need your legs to come off, just so that I can connect this torso. Please, I need it. I sound like a. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Tell me in the comments below what. Actually, no. Don't. I should not encourage that. I'm not gonna be like, hey, finish the last thing that Tribuchon was about to say in 2025. Because that would be a very bad thing to do. Alright, where you got his legs. He looks a little bit mangled, but you know what? Now he has the play feature. It's a bit loose. I think we can add some friction here, just in case. But oh yeah, shouldn't the? I'm not so sure. Okay. Okay. Lyric says cheese. Centrex says if only they made rounded joint version. You found the Bionicle cheese, but at what cost? Hi Trib, is so excited to see you again! Yeah, me too! It's been a while since I've done these streams. Centrex says perhaps the alternate build could be constructed to avoid that piece, as it is indeed a square joint hell piece. I agree. Lyric says, my lawyer has advised me to not finish my joke kind of thing, but he can bust a move. That is so true. He absolutely can. However, that means that he's looking. I want the head to stay in place. I know that might be too expensive, but like he will always be looking in different places. So if the head is there, it goes forward and then to the side. So he's like, squirrel, 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 humana, 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 humana. Johnny Bravo, how's it going, Suga Mama? Hua, hua, hua. You know, type of energy. And I think his head needs to stay in one place as he's doing those leans. I'm gonna have to figure out a cost-effective. And I don't want it. The sockets are so bad, but they work. But they're so bad. I know what to do. I know what to do, but at what cost, fellow compatriots? At what cost? I know what must be done, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I know what must be done, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I know what I must do. I know what I must do. Lego Studio says, either ways, tomorrow is my best friend's birthday. Oh, that's awesome! Happy early birthday to them. Oh man, that's so great to hear. I hope you have something special planned for your best friend. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're doing it. Okay. We're going to at least it will stretch out the torso. It kind of needs to be stretched out anyway, so it should be fine. It should be fine. Alright, we need a 7-length. No, actually, no, we don't need a 7-length. We just need a 5-length. There we go. It's a 5-length. Maybe we'll use this. I think that would be good. I think that would be good. I feel like we can get most of the mileage. Alright. so we got... I'm not gonna pull this off. I feel like I'm gonna break the socket the second I pull off the square jointed translucent orange socket from this ball connector. So I'm not going to do that. Lyric says, fun fact, Johnny Bravo was thrown into a volcano as a virgin sacrifice and it spat him out. Oh! Oh my god. Who was the lucky person to get down with Johnny Bravo? If the virgin... the volcano knew he wasn't virgin. How did his dumb... How did that idiot get a girlfriend? I'm sorry if that is cruel, but how? I need the receipts. I need to know how. How is it possible? It just is, I suppose. It just is. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is the hard point. If this is the hard point, I could just, because it's just leaning. If this is the hard point, I don't need to make another hard point. I don't have to do the thing that I was worried about doing. This is actually going to be easier. This is actually going to be easier. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can do it. I believe I can do it. I have the power. I have the power of the special. I can do it. With the power of the special. I have the power of the special. Oh my gosh. With the power of the special, I can do it. I can do it with the power of the special. Yes. Alright. That goes there. That goes there. And I think we're gonna change music now. We're gonna change it now. There we go. Yeah, we'll play for that for a little bit and then I'll change it. Actually, I got some Bionicle music, guys. You guys want some Bionicle music? Because I got some Bionicle music. Alright. I'll wait for comments because there is a delay with the comments to video, unfortunately. Alright, so that will go there. Wait a minute. That's an L piece. Oh my god. I can just replace it with this. I can just replace it with this. Oh my gosh, I have a solution. I found a solution to all my problems. And that can just rotate. Wait a minute, but that's too long. That's too long. It needs to, oh yeah, that is too long. Yeah, it needs to be more condensed. Yikes. Wait a minute. If that's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, if that's there, then I need another... Give me a second. Well, I haven't been around for a while. I downloaded... Oh, Bionicle Heroes, perhaps. That might be fun. says the Lego Diego too. Awesome. That's great. That is awesome. All right, Supersonic Studios. I think Bionicle Heroes might be good. I'm gonna try it out. It might be copyright though, so I'm not too sure. It might be copyright. Let me try. Okay. Let's try some ambience. Alright. Looks like we got something here. I'm gonna stop the audio for a sec. And I'm gonna see if this picks up well. Down below for future reference. Give credit to the original poster so you guys know what is being played right now. Because I don't know about you, but I like giving credit. Alright. Let me get this guy in. Come on, please. Please, let me have this. Let me have this guy. He flops around. I think I'm going to need to get an 8 length just so that there's a stopper and then it goes all the way through. Because right now, this torso is getting pretty long. It's going to have such a big back. I don't want that. Wait a minute, I need to find an Agori limb. I need to find an Agori limb. If I can fit an Agori limb, I can definitely make this work. After reading the comments and this is my Lego Diego. After reading it's kind of hard to find square sockets in my collection because they are the bane. Oh, I found one. Never mind. They're still the bane to my existence, but I still have one. Just don't ask why. Alright, let's see if this works within the mechanism that I made. Because at least that would be a good way for me to cap it, and I could use... my rule of red axles. Why? Because 2009, that's why, red axles. Guess you liked red axles. It's red axles. Look at that stuff. Itself, but honestly, it is still wild. I found the Bionicle cheese, but I can't finish it. That's a shame. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to. I'm almost done with this model. Oh, it is? Okay, let me fix it. I can increase my audio a bit and lower this down. There we go. That should be good. I think that should be good. You guys hear me better now? Yeah, alright, thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Great teamwork, team. Alright, I got some half bushings. I had to murder an Exotoa to do it, but I think it's fine. If you want to find out more about that Exotoa, I got it on Patreon. I'm still planning on working on it. Just haven't had the opportunity to. Alright, so we got that. Come on, get in there. Let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's moving around a lot. And then that would go there. Wait a minute. No. It has to go at the base. Because there's a connector here. So I can use the connector at the knee. Oh, that's gonna look weird though, because now this is gonna be shifting. Like, I got the angle that I need. If only this part didn't exist, I can at least keep the texture. I think it's gonna have to be Technic based. I think that's gonna be the thing that's gonna make or break, is that it has to be more Technic. I can't keep using pre-bent limbs all too much. So I can keep this part. This part is not a problem. Yeah. Yeah, that has to be a 7. That has to be a 7. I need to use a 7. That's a shame. That is actually a shame. I was so hopeful. It was not even funny. I was like, oh, let's do it. This is going to be great for this play feature. And then, once I'm done with this one, I think I'm going to do another build. What time is it? It's only 4:10. Oh, Diego says, oh yeah, another thing, Treb. I started getting into the anime franchise called Lupin the Third, and I say the franchise because this franchise has a packed ton of movies and shows. Oh, I heard a lot of good things about Lupin. Lupin is it's pretty good from what I heard. I've been seeing it everywhere, so. And I've been reading watching a few manga series recently as well. Not to get into too many details in that regard. Okay, we need a 7. Where's the 7? I feel like we need a 7-length axle. There we go, I found a 7-length axle. Perfect, we're gonna get rid of the 5, I'm gonna get rid of the 6, and then we're gonna bring in the 7. And then we're gonna get rid of the 8. With stopper. So that goes there. And we're gonna put that in there. And then that goes there. I know I sound confused. I am not confused. I am just trying to figure stuff out. And sometimes to figure stuff out, you need to act a little confused. I know that's counterintuitive, but trust me, it's just basic procedure. It's just basic procedure. Please stay. Please stay. 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 Good Roxy. That's a very good Roxy. You're so good. You know what? I wonder what the Roxy are like in the mirrored universe, where like Pterodax is like a chill, good dude. I wonder what that's like. That'll be interesting to see. Okay, and then oh, wait a minute, I could just do the whole... I could have just put it there. I could have just put it there. But it wouldn't be the same. It needs to go up a bit. So it would have to be... Yeah. Ah! Trying to get the shaping for this is a little bit difficult using... But I want to do it right. It's kind of the thing. I want to do it right. I'm not going to do any shortcomings when it comes to this play feature because this kind of cooks. It really cooks. It just can't be undercooked. Is kind of thing. It can't be undercooked. Alright, now we can use... Why can't this go in? There we go. Good job. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Good job. I like to push pieces out with other pieces that I'm going to be replacing it with. That way it's easier for me to switch stuff around without me taking apart the whole thing and starting all over again. I'm not so sure if you guys do this too, but it's a fun little hack if you want to do something really quick and simple. Alright, we got the neck. If I can plug it in. Can I plug in this neck, please? Can I, please? Thank you. Yay! Alright, now to take off this socket without breaking it. Ideally, when it comes to the square sockets, you want to hold where the socket is as you pull out. And don't squeeze too tightly, because that's going to break it too. And then, same for attaching it. There we go. And now, put this guy's spine. Wait a minute, why aren't you spining, bro? Why aren't you spining? Bro, is it too, oh no, it might be too low. It might be too low. But as you can see, the head keeps looking straight now, which is the good thing. The issue comes with getting this all wrapped around. Arresve Studio says howdy, hello. Oh, Supersize says I'm free to chat on Discord whenever you get time on there. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm gonna raise this a bit because, you know, the model is getting bigger. Yeah, now that the model is getting bigger, I can raise this up a bit. But yeah, so the rock sheep build is close to done. I just had to make it a little bit more compact, as it's not compact enough apparently. Which is a bit annoying. It's very annoying considering like how much effort is being put into this thing. Maybe I had to put it back a bit. Because the only thing I could think of is put it higher. But I like the proportions though. Oh. Oh, wait, oh. What? That works? How? But... What? Hold on. Hold on. I think I solved the mystery. Hold on. I just had to reattach everything exactly the way it was without getting any misalignments. Do I have a gray one? I'm sure I have a gray one. Shouldn't you give Nectan a Paraka torso? It fit better, no? Maybe, but he kind of had like a lunge type of thing like his torso was lunging, because he was using the other variant of this piece, so I tried to replicate the hunch a little bit in this model, where like he's kind of like lunging forward. That's why the construction is as it is. That's what I was trying to go for, at the very least. I could still try a Paraka torso, maybe, but I don't know any Paraka torso with bluish gray. That's also another problem that I have. Lego never made a torso in bluish gray. So to keep the color scheme, I kind of had to bite the bullet in this regard. But again, it is a lot of bluish gray. It is a lot of bluish gray. Alright. Let me see if... There we go! Okay. Okay, now we can put a axle at the end. Axle extension at the end, so you can twist and he can activate the play feature, and we can put a voodoo ball for his chest. Why would he have a voodoo ball? 2001, I know that don't make any sense, but we got a Keytorange ball, so I mean, why not? Let's give him the Keytorange ball for his chest. Because we can. Or we can... Wait a minute, I can use this piece, maybe. But then it's gonna flop either side. It's gonna look weird. It's gonna look weird. Alright, time for his arms. What kind of arms should he have, chat? What type of arms should he have? That is... the question now. What type of arms should this man have? I am thinking classic Roxy arms. I'm not so sure if they come in bluish gray. Like the slicer limbs for the arms? That's what I'm thinking, because it is socket connection. That's what I'm thinking for this guy. It is socket connection. Reverse Roxy leg? Bit long, and also it's old gray. It would be retired by the time of 2009, I feel. It would have been retired in 2009. Or at least some of the parts to make those reverse Roxy legs, I feel. Let's put some Roxy legs on it. I might switch it to maybe Metro Matoran limbs? Question mark? Oh, I don't like the gray. Yeah, it feels right, but there's old gray. It wouldn't match well with the bluish gray. Black? Maybe? Black arms? No, I'm not feeling black arms. It needs bluish gray. What came out in bluish gray that I can use? Bluish gray, bluish gray. Would have looked cool, and in reference to the first Makuta in 2003. Yeah, it would have, but... I feel like it would be too long. It would be way too long for this guy. Because you had to remember, Roxy's had long legs, so you want to emphasize that. Oh, that's baby arms. We're not doing baby. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do I got bluish gray? I have old gray, but not the bluish. Why do I not have bluish gray pieces? I need more bluish gray. Think, Trippytron, think. Bluish gray, bluish gray. Custom? I might have to go custom. I don't think it would hurt going custom at this point. Having custom arms, the legs are somewhat custom, so it kind of works. It kind of works. Metro parts. Maybe. That's a good idea. I'm pretty excited for Glitch Productions' next upcoming series, the Gaslight District. Oh, yeah. Like, Glitch has been doing a lot of good stuff between Murder Drones and Amazing Digital Circus. Man, I love Amazing Digital Circus. Like, one of my favorite characters right now is Gummy Goo. I really like Gummy Goo. Like, I feel for that man. I feel for Gummy Goo. Alright, where can I do custom? Where can I do custom? I feel like that might be the best way to go. Wait, do I have another of these? Wait a minute, I don't have to do custom. I can just... recycle. It's a tempting idea to recycle. Wait a minute. Didn't other limbs came out that were Mata limbs? I'm pretty sure there are some other Mata limbs that I can use. I didn't think about Mata limbs until now. Did any come in bluish gray? I know that a few parts did, but not all. Man, I am so close to done. I want to go on to the next Stars build, but I have to do this guy first. He's almost done. He is so close to done. It's not even funny. I just want him to be done, but I want him to be perfect. Alright. That's old gray. I'm not using old gray. I refuse old gray. I deny the old gray. I deny the liberty of old gray. Alright. Hippo says, use bluish gray Roxy arms and hope nobody notices. You know what? You know what, Hippo? You're right. You're right. You know what? You're right. Case closed. Case closed. You know what? We're doing it. We're doing it. We're using bluish gray Roxy arms. You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. It's clear. It's obvious. You know what? We're gonna use it. We're gonna use it. It's fine. It's fine. And now we are gonna give him a staff. Because we can. Now that he has his bluish gray arms. Now we got two lengths. We got the really long one and the slightly shorter one. We're gonna try with the slightly shorter one just in case. No, we're gonna use the slightly longer one. And we can put the staffs on either side. And there you go. He's ready. He's ready. He is ready. He's ready to tear down. He's gonna defeat the Toa. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. You know what? He needs a golden shield. I should put a golden shield on this man. I just joined, and can you tell us about your building style? Says Maeve Nate. Hey, welcome, and thank you. My building style has always been, for the longest time, I always liked 2001 to 2003. I feel like the golden years of Bionicle was like something very endearing to me. Like, so for every single time when I do a build, often I try to include a play feature because I feel like at its core, Bionicle, when it started, was all about play features. So that is one of the key traits, one of my calling cards when it comes to making a Bionicle MOC, but more importantly, trying to make them feel like something that's a set. Everybody, most people try to go for something that is good for like display and everything like that, but I always try to aim towards more of the toyetic feel, where you can just pick up a toy and just play with it. I feel like seeing a toy like this come to life, you know, is and having something dynamic, because like in a way, you know, it's replicating like those early 2003 like animations with the slashing in the Stars build. And it's using like a Metru pelvis to do it. And something else, you know, that on that note is try to use unconventional connections. You know, that way, you know, to just show the potential that you could do with Bionicle and everything like that. And even outside of that, like even with Hero Factory, like I don't put much play features in Hero Factory sets. Mostly they tend to be just mostly for visual look. Because like for Hero Factory sets, in terms of my buildings, Hero Factory MOCs, in terms of the building set, it's very much for display. But the range of posability and so forth that can be done with my Hero Factory MOCs are pretty good, I would say. For stability and everything like that, because I always prioritize the ability of like sturdiness and durability. I try to avoid anything that could be fragile. And Antrax says, very good mechanism. Like, thank you. Lego Diego says, I forgot to mention, I'm now a Transformers fan. I've watched G1, Beast Wars, Beast Machines, and Robots in Disguise 2001. And I'm taking a break and watching right now and just focusing on things I like. Thank you. That is awesome. Yeah. That's great. Antrix says, never thought about using the mechanism on a lower crotch of a Bionicle part, lol. Right? But it works. Like, to get this dynamic movement, you just use a Metru pelvis. Like, just because there's a gear system, and it works. So I was like, why hasn't this been done before? And lo and behold, it has. I'm gonna put friction on this. I don't like how loose this is. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I found Bionicle cheese. I actually found some Bionicle cheese, guys. I found some more Bionicle cheese. It is a thing that I say where I find a clever technique or something that I haven't done before. And I think I found a clever technique for the Bionicle cheese. And I think I'm just going to use... I don't have enough square sockets, so we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing this. Yeah. Yes. All right, we're gonna pull this guy apart real quick. There we go, and we're good to just keep it with the one pin less. There we go, and there we go. And that should hold it now, bet pretty well, all things considered. There we go. So now it's frictioned, which means you can have a stable figure because there's a ball joint now. He has a ball joint, and it works great. Blue and red axles in full display, and he is a beautiful son of a gun. I'm gonna put Zammer spheres on either side. I'm gonna see how that works. If that does not work, then I know it does not work. But I feel like him having the Gurak staff is not good enough. He needs to be weaponized to the fullest capacity, and I feel like the only way where he can be fully weaponized is with some good old Zammer launcher pieces. I feel like that's a key factor. And I got these two bad boys. Get some red, some four length axles, and so that he can be more playable. It'll be all good and dandy. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that looks a lot better. Lego Diego says, also remember I invented Bionicle cheese. No, I did. I invented it. You didn't invent it, Lego Diego. It was I. Tributron. Lego Diego also says, I recently watched this movie. This is free on YouTube. It's called Blues Brothers, and now it's one of my favorite comedies. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna have Blues Brothers. I had to remember that. Alright, he needs a Zammer sphere because... And I'm gonna try to figure out the color scheme for that. Alright, I have blue. I got blue. Actually, you know what? He's heat vision. He's a heat vision Rockshi. You know what he needs? You know what he actually needs? He needs red. That's what he needs. We're gonna switch that out with some red. There we go. I'm not just sure how I feel about the red. I feel like it's too much red. Do you guys like the blue better? I'm not just sure if I like blue or red right now. I feel like the red might be too much for this guy. Yeah, it's about his time. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I should be able to read the chat in a sec. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay. I kind of like the blue. I think, after some thought, I think I'm going to be going with blue. I really like blue. I feel like blue has... Because they never said what color of heat vision it was. It may not be even a red flame type of heat vision. It might be blue. You never know. You never know. They never said the color of the I-beams. So, I see this as an upgrade, honestly. Alright, well, we got a Roxy. He looks great. We love him. He's a beautiful specimen to have. We got a Zyglak. We got Paraka. The Nectan, rather. We need to make another one now. Yeah, Chesvale prefers blue. That's a vibe. I know, he looks amazing. They look great. They do. The Hippo says he looks so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He's a beautiful boy. Such a beautiful boy. All right. Another Stars build. Takanuva? Who wants Takanuva? Do you want Takanuva? I think we should do Takanuva. I feel like that's... Maybe he needs fingers. Fingers would look weird. I no. He needs to have the Chad Bionicle hand over these grippers. He doesn't need grippers. He really don't. He really don't. Gosh. Okay. I gotta start picking up a little bit, but while I do, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Ascending Depths, which is a toy line that I made. I invented my own building system called Tribs, the Taylor Reconstructible Intuitive Building System, coined by a fan. I did not come up with the name myself. A fan named it after me. I just merely adopted it. But with the Ascending Depths, I took 4 years developing this toy line, single-handedly, keep in mind, for 4 years. And I learned all the things about manufacturing, how to do injection molding, what type of plastics to use, all sorts of stuff, how to make the molds, working with metal. I already had experience working with metal. I used to do welding for a couple of years, along with carpentry and a few other things. So working with my hands is something that's not foreign with me. But in that regard, it went through so many changes. Oh God, are you guys okay? I hope you guys are okay. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to hurt you guys. Takanuva would be cool. Amtrak says we need a Brutaka Stars wall. Skinny Brutaka. Manlet okay, we'll do Brutaka. We'll do Brutaka. I think Brutaka might be a fun build to do. I see why not. Why not a Brutaka? Wait a minute. Hold on, you guys didn't say which version of Brutaka. Should we do the first version of Brutaka, the Pit Mutagen Brutaka, or Brutaka with Pit Mutagen but is wearing a glass dome over his head? We need schematics, guys. We need schematics. All right, we can't. There's 3 versions of Brutaka that we can't have to work with. We need to decide which one we're going with. This is important. We need it for the lore. All right, we need to respect the canon for Skrunkly Brutaka. Because I feel like that's very important. That's very important, truly. Alright. Pit Mutagen will be awesome. The OG is cool, but Pit Mutagen will be more funny. Yeah! We're doing Pit Mutagen. Okay, we're doing it. Pit Mutagen Brutaka. Let's do it. But in order to do that, though, we need to dig into the pit. And what I call the pit is basically my mass collection of Bionicle parts, of which we will use to make this man. Because nothing says Pit Mutagen if you're not collecting a whole bunch of pieces from a metaphorical pit of Lego. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna put a play feature because just dang it, Stars Takanuva would be funny. An upscaled Stars Takanuva. It starts off as Stars Takanuva, but then it's upscaled. Because it has to be a Titan. But that's just a Glatorian scale. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'll make him short with everybody else. I think that would be funnier if he's just short like everybody else. Because scaling was wild. Because scale literally did not exist in Bionicle, so why should I worry about scale? I'm just gonna make a Pit Mutagen Brutaka. I should not worry about scale. Scale is for the weak. Who needs scale? Who even needs it? Alright, so we're gonna grab some mandatory parts. So we're gonna start pouring stuff out. Right now. And let me check the... What's your favorite Bionicle set, Triptron? Oh, my favorite? That's kind of difficult. In recent years, in the beginning, my favorite set was 2001 Pohatu, but that's because he was the first toy I ever got when it came to Bionicle. But over the years, I really liked the Gurak from the Rockshi. I loved Gurak. Gurak was so cool. I loved the Rockshi. The Rockshi were amazing sets. Oh god, it's hard to pick. Alright, I'm gonna make a tier list. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna make a tier list of favorite. Because it keeps changing all the time. So in the number 5 spot, top 5, Pohatu. Top 4, Rockshi. Specifically Gurak. Top 3, Borak. I love the Borak. The Borak were cool. Top 2. In second place, I am going to be putting Voparak. Voparak was an awesome set. I loved Voparak. And number 1, and you guys are going to hate me for this, Kopaka Master 2015. Kopaka Master was probably one of the best Bionicle sets, by far. In terms of engineering, design, and playability. And also, mass connection, peak mass connection. I loved it. I know that might be heresy to some, but that is my personal top 5 choices in terms of favorite sets. Alright, so we got this. We're gonna keep this probably. We got dark blue, that. Do I keep him wide? No, he's Pit Mugen and he's a Stars. So no. We're gonna keep that there. Okay, he has 2 Metro Pelvises. I think that's enough. If we... I'll hold on to this just in case, but I doubt we're gonna use it because this is gonna be a Stars vodka. Oh, he needs this. He needs this. Yep. He's gonna need that. Yep, that's important. Anthrax. It says G2 mentioned I'm leaving. No, Anthrax, stay. Chesbale 2, Kopaka Masters was definitely the best 2015 set. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chesbale. You understand. You get it. Hey, Trip. What's a piece of Lost Media you want to see found? For me, it's Street Fighter 1959. Yes, that's a thing. Fatal Fury. I feel like Fatal Fury is something that I would like to see brought back. Antrix says, I'm clearly more a late Bionicle enjoyer, especially Ignition, but in terms of design, for me, the best one was in 2006. Hippo says LMAO. Antrax, I agree with 2006. 2006, or just the Ignition arc in general, had some of the nicest sets imaginable, in my opinion. Bararaki, chef's kiss. That was, I love the Bararaki. They were the first actually, like, actually unique villains. Because, like, they didn't suffer from clonism, that I like to call it. Where, like, they all kind of follow the same, like, formula in terms of build. they like diverge from that and do something unique and special with it. The Paraka, I like them because like unique weapons and spines, and they gave us unique colors too, which helped them feel more distinct from each other. They actually felt unique. The Nika tried to do some variation, but I feel like they fell short, especially when it came to me. See, part-time, I work in a Lego shop, and sometimes, like, I had to go ahead and build, put together some Bionicle sets, because I am the Bionicle guru, locally. I know the most about the Bionicle, so obviously they go to me. It is a position that I take up with great pride. But with that said, I felt like the Nika fell short in terms of Toa builds. I didn't really like them. At first, I loved them as a kid, but I think the only one that really holds up well, the only three, I would say three hold up well. That is Nuparu, Jaller, and Matoro, and not calling out Matoro because of like the memes and his character's significance. I'm specifically talking about color scheme and design. Those three were probably the best out of all of the Nika, to me personally, in terms of what they did set design wise. Hippo says, it might be cheating, but my favorite set is Vezin and Cardes because dragons are awesome. You know what? No, you're not cheating. You're absolutely correct for that. I called out Voparak earlier. I think that's fair. And also, it came out in a box. And that was one of the biggest Bionicle boxes I have seen in ages. Antrax says, when I was a kid, villains and titans were the absolute priority. My room was ruled by bad guys. LMAO. The Nika was beginning of the end. They can't go on new designs after that, sadly. Yeah, but I do wish these were glow in the dark. They were planning on doing it. I wish they went through with it. That's all I will say in that regard. Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, then Nika were short. And the Paraka kind of suffer from it, but I feel like that what makes them distinct is the spines and weapons. But if you take the spines and weapons... now I'm just talking about the sum of their parts. That's not fair. I shouldn't be talking about the sum of their parts. Any Ernak lovers in the chat? I need to know. You guys love Ernak? Not a lot of people talk about Ernak. I feel like, since we're on the topic of 2006, I feel like Ernak needs a glow up. Don't you agree? I feel like we need more Ernak love in the chat, especially in the community. But that's just me personally. Also, like, in one of the comics, Ernak's design was a lot more different than in the set form. Like, he was utilizing a Hordika chest plate in the comics. It was weird. He didn't look anything like his set. I feel like that is something important that just cannot be ignored. Also, we're gonna have to change this music. I feel like we're gonna do some more Bionicle Heroes. There we go. Oh! Antrax says, I love Ernak. I work on a revamp currently. Nice! Nice, that's awesome. Lego Diego says, I also watched this series on Disney Plus called Win or Lose. I enjoyed and I recommend it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. One last bin. Oh, I got so much Carapar pieces. Ooh, Carapar. Yummy. Yummy. Crab. Yum, yum. Crab. Crab go yum, yum. And we're gonna grab another this, another that. And I feel like that's enough dark blue. We can grab another take a spine. We can maybe use this. I feel like this part doesn't get used a lot. We might use it. And with that, we got all our pieces that we ever need. And of course, we're gonna have to do. Wait a minute. Okay, Pit Mutagen stars Brutaka. Let's go. He needs his parts. He needs the rest of his parts. Where's the... There we go. Can I move that? No, I cannot move that. Okay. There we go. That will work. That works. Alright, and we're gonna put... I'm gonna do something real quick. Well, I'm gonna put a poll, actually. Timestamps, participant. Can I put a poll? Okay, start poll. I'm gonna start up a poll for the next stream. Because this stream is gonna be ending soon, so I'm gonna start a poll. Start poll. There we go. Got a poll now. That way I can prepare for that. Wait a minute, why is this torso there? That's not supposed to be there. Okay, we got some Pit Mutagen. And there we go. Okay. Maybe... I think that's enough. I think that's enough. A mask. I think I have his mask in here somewhere. I do not. I'm gonna have to buy his mask later. I think I might actually have to buy his mask. Hopefully it doesn't cost too much on Bricklink, but that kind of sucks. Okay. Pit Mutagen Brutaka. Let's go. He needs his feet. We'll start with the feet, same way that we started the Roxy of Heat Vision. We start with the feet. And we're gonna be... I think I got an idea for that. I think I got an idea for the feet. Ah! Because I got a container of feet. I got the feet box. I have all the feet that I need in this box. All the feet anyone can ever desire or want is in this box. Dark blue. He needs gold feet. They don't make a lot of gold feet. I think oh, what if he had the... You know what? We might have to do with the Baraka feet. Because he's mutated, right? So, like, it will work. It will work. Because he's mutated right now. We never actually saw him... saw any depictions. Most people, when they depict Pit Mutagen Prutaka, it's just, like, very similar to the base build. And I don't think I'm gonna follow that logic. I think I'm gonna do something weird with it. I think that might be the best call to make, honestly, in terms of, like, making a Pit Mutagen Brutaka, is to be weird with it. Because it should be weird. It shouldn't be very similar at all. It's kind of like how Karzani looked, like, prior to after. Oh, the Pit Mutagen, and then reverted back somehow in the story. I feel like that is something that I feel like I should experiment and play with, in all honesty. But he needs his swords. I feel like the Gresh Blades might be the best direction to go with that. Do I have another Gresh Blade? Please let me know. Please let me have another Gresh Blade. I need it. I need another Gresh Blade. I need it. It's important. There we go. Alright, guys, I will be right back. I gotta go ahead and do something real quick. But in the meantime, you're gonna be looking at these lovely fellas in their purest majesty. Looking beautiful as ever. I'll be right back. And I am back. You see, it didn't even take that long. To me, it feels like it didn't take long, but probably for you, it took eternity. All right. Let me try to get a feel for this man, because I feel like it's important. I like the idea of webbing for this character. I feel like if he has more web like design to him, it might lead well. I like these pieces especially. I feel like it would amplify his web look, because I feel like I'm gonna base him off of it's a type of fish. I forgot the name of the fish, but it has a lot of spines and pokey places. I forgot the name, but I feel like that would be a nice feature to add. Aha! I found another. Okay, I'm gonna stop grabbing parts because I'm grabbing too many pieces right now, and this guy is already has more than enough pieces. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna even keep the classic pincher blades. They might have changed with the mutation. They might not be the same. He might have different weapons. You know what? We're gonna go for the feel of it in terms of weapons when he's done being built. I think that might be the direction I'm gonna be going with. Yeah, like an anglerfish. Yeah, I'm thinking like an anglerfish. I think that might be the best way to go about that. Yeah, similar to an anglerfish. Alright, we're gonna start with the feet and build our way up. Let me look at the limbs. Hold on. We're gonna look at the limbs here. We got his staff weapon. I think it's gonna be more like this. Alright, we got leg. We got this limb, this limb, this limb, this limb, this limb. Okay. Okay. Hunched torso. These being the fold-up arms. Digigrade legs. No, he shouldn't have digigrade legs. I feel like he will be more stockier. Yeah, no digigrade. But yes to the hunch look. I might not even use these pieces. Yeah. Yeah. I think I like the direction that I'm going with right now. Yeah, he definitely would be a hunchback. Because when I hear Brutaka, I hear a brute, an absolute savage. Someone that will make your day an absolute reckoning, and I'm gonna embody that. Alright. Got these limbs. And... yeah. Yeah. And because this piece could blend well with these pieces, so I can... that could be a 2-length. Yeah, wait, I can actually connect that in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 2-length Technic beam. Wait a minute, would 2-length be... it might wobble still. It would not because of the other piece. Yeah, we'll use 2-length and then go from there. So we got 1 2-length. And then we can use another 2-length piece. Syntrax Sundre says, oh, is this going to be a mini Brutaka? A mini Pit Brutaka, I think, says Hippo. Yep. It's going to be a mini Brutaka. I'm going to be making a mini Brutaka. Trying to. With Pit Mutagen. Because we got the Jagged Blades. I might still put a play feature if possible. But because it's Brutaka, I might not. I feel like display is more of the priority here. So I'm not going to have play features mess up with that design, if possible. Okay, it's going to have to be a 3-length, not a 2-length, but I think that works just fine. Oh, I found a 2-length. Okay, never mind. It doesn't even have to be the same color because no one's gonna see it. I will see it, but no one else will. And I think that's the most important thing, that no one else will. Only I will see it. Only I will see my mistakes. No one else. I say in the middle of stream. Oh, Tribby tried. You silly man. You silly person. You silly human being. Alright. There we go. Pit mutagen. That looks nice. That looks rounded. That's what I would expect for this chunky unit. And we're gonna use some dark blue in the forbidden square sockets known to crack if so breathed on. The horrors and the stories told of the square sockets only speak of misery and shame, and yet I will put this in this together. Okay, it's just dark blue. It's just a socket. Go in. Oh no, it cracked. It cracked. Oh no, it just cracked. I'm not too sure if it's gonna pick up on the camera because it's res, but I think it just cracked. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, it shouldn't be on the ankle though. It's gonna be cracked. It shouldn't be on the ankle. I'm gonna put that on a hand or something. That's not gonna be on it. Alright, second. I'm gonna put this over here so I know that it's not good. Oh! 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 It's safe. Antrax says, I can't wait to see him assemble the bone cancer socket. Yes. Alright, time for the next one. Are you having fun with this game? Will it crack or not? Let's find out. It did not crack. Okay. Got that there, and we're gonna... Oh, I just had a weird idea. Oh! I just had a weird idea, guys. Hold on. I just had a weird idea. No. Oh, that's too good. Oh, that's too good. I have to do this now. Why does this work? Wait a minute. Why does that work? Why? Why does that work, actually? He has cool colors, but I guess with the gold, it blends well? It acts as a good highlight. What's going on? What? What? That's why okay. Well, we're doing this for the sockets now. Oh. Do I have more? Oh, please tell me I have more. Okay. I just have those pieces. I don't have any more. I just have those pieces. We're gonna save them. We're gonna save them. We're saving this. We're gonna save that. I feel like that's good. That's too good to ignore. And we're gonna use black for a sec with the square sockets again, because you know me and square sockets. I just love square sockets, and they're all broken. Never mind. I don't like them anymore. They broke on me. I'm not so sure what to expect. I'm not even disappointed. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. What am I gonna do now? I guess I use the gray sockets again. I don't want to use gray socket. We need the thigh armor. What do we got for thigh armor? Because that needs to be distinct. For this little man, it needs to be distinct. Yeah, gold works. Gold will be fine. I feel like gold will be fine still. He already has some. What if I put silver? No, silver would clash. Silver makes sense for the proto steel weapon that he has that got warped beyond recognition. Okay, we got that. I got some rare pieces. Let me use my rare pieces bin. Maybe I have something good in the rare pieces bin. Those transcolor suckers are so underused. I agree. They are very underused. I feel like they need to be used more. Oh, I found his other sphere. There we go. Yay! 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 We did it. Yay! Let's go. He's complete. Look at this beautiful boy. This beautiful man. Alright, so we're gonna wrap this up, I feel. We just started on the legs. Alright, we're gonna use gray. We're gonna use bluish gray. I need to speed run this. But I kinda wanna... You know what? Screw it, we're using this. We're using this. That will match with the proportions of everything, I feel. And then that would go there. And then... we will do the unthinkable. Or maybe it's somewhat thinkable. I don't know. But you're gonna find out what the unthinkable is. There we go. These pieces. I'm gonna use red because actually that would actually work in this color scheme now. Yeah. Yeah. That would actually work in this color scheme now. That's too much red. No. You know what? I'm just gonna do it for the top half. I feel like I'm gonna do something else for the knees. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll do something different for the knees. So I'm just gonna use bluish axles for here so that I can add something onto the knees. That will allow me flexibility for what I can do in terms of the knees of this dude. So already starting to feel like a Brutaka. And now that we got that going on, he looks amazing right now, by the way. He looks good. He looks really good. I'm really liking how these legs turned out. As simple as it is, it looks nice. It looks really nice. I'm gonna add some gold as some spikes. If possible. Do I have any gold? Is the question. Wait a minute, do I need gold? No, wait a minute, he has black. He has black in his color scheme. I could... No, that's too much. That's too much. He needs it to be narrow. It doesn't need to be wider, it needs to be narrow. Needs to be narrow. I'm gonna use some gold spikes, like some Borak eyes. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm gonna use some Borak eyes for the for his knees. I feel like that will do well. In all honesty, if I find them. And I'm not gonna murder my Takanufa for... But I got a Calgrak MOC that I made. I'm probably gonna... Yeah, I can replace the parts of Trans Orange. Should be fine. Listen, I know I'm taking apart other Bionicle MOCs, but hear me out, okay? Hear me out. This might... It needs to actually taper. I feel like it needs to go the other way so that it has a tapering feel. I feel like it needs to taper. So I'm going to do it the other way so they can taper into the other. Because it doesn't need to be that close of proximity. Yeah. That might work better. That might work better. Just so that I'm not using too much red. Because I know Lego loves to use red axles, but I'm trying to use it purposefully. There we go. And he's always going to have pre-bent knees. That's going to be like the thing for this guy. He's always going to have pre-bent knees, but I feel like it will work because he's always squatting at some capacity. Bro be squatting. Always running out of Borakai is one of the best part ever. You know, I feel that. I feel that, Anthrax. I feel that at a spiritual level. It is a very good part, and you kind of need to get them in bulk. It's kind of the problem. Working with Bionicle. Okay, sorry guys, I may be a little bit close, but I had to do it because the mic decided to go on an adventure without consulting me first, which I find greatly offensive. And I think I'm going to use black on the backside of the thighs to add some, because there's black in the feet, so I want to follow the translation, but because there's black, it will actually highlight create more contrast for the orange. Because it will pop out more. Just because I put this here. Yeah, it creates contrast. It creates good contrast. Oh, I forgot about the tubes. This man has tubes. Oh. I forgot about the tubes. He's gonna have more tubes. I feel like he needs more tubes now. But because he's gonna have more tubes, that means I have more ways to mess around here. So I think arms will be folded up like this, but then they can go fold out, which means he's gonna have which will allow for me to have the hands be trans orange, I feel. Yeah, the hands will be trans orange, just to highlight it so that it's somewhere in the upper body because I'm low in terms of how many I have. But I do have more. I could probably use this as for part of the torso construction. I'm gonna use it for the torso. That way it actually runs through the body in a unique and interesting way. I think that might be the best way to go about it. But again, he has that taper work. If it runs through the body and it's close, if it runs through the, then it has to beat the arms. This can't beat the arms. This has to beat the arms. If it's gonna run through the body, that's the best way possible. And then use the Glatorian necks as the hands versus the Hordika heads. Because the Hordika heads only came out in either gray or red. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm curious. Don't judge me for being curious. But I do have red Hordika necks. And I am curious how they would look on this man. Because I got red Hordika necks. Too bright. I want that to be the brightest color. If red is in it, it's going to be too bright and it will ruin the whole look. Okay, Glatorian necks it is. Okay. Lego Diego says, have to go. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you, Lego Diego. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the poll now. There we go. Looks like we're doing Rahi builds. Micro Rahi builds next time. That should be fun. And what do we have here? Okay. So we got a hand. I feel like because of how long it's going to be, we might do something unique with it. And we can use an L shape. So we're doing purely off of shaping and looks. That's too much gray. That's too much gray. That's gonna clash. If we put this here, it might be able to fold up better. Yeah. We'll be able to fold up better. Because if it's out like this, it's tempting, and it will create more of a flush in terms of the abdomen. Honestly, if it's gonna flush well with the abdomen, I kind of want to do it now. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. It's a good tech. It's a good tech. I feel like that might be the best way to go about that. Now we just need a pin. Yeah, we just need a pin. Alright. Gonna get a pin. Double axle extender, number 2. Grab this, and then plop that in there. And we can use this for the pipes. I'm gonna be using that for the pipes, by the way. So like, there's going to be a pipe going out here. There's going to be a pipe going out every single way because it's going to be filling up most of the body. I feel like you'll have more pipes because he's mutated. Just help with the look of this dude. And already he looks pretty good torso-wise. He looks great. Having a pit mutagen Brutaka, it actually looks pretty good so far. Okay. And maybe that. Oh yeah, I was gonna give him a hunchback. That's right. He's too vertical now. He has to remain vertical. He has to remain vertical. That's too tall. That is way too tall. And this is too much. Okay, this might actually work pretty well, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and probably give him a chest plate of some sorts. He's gonna need a chest plate. I already know that. Oh god, I just lost his chest. Where did his chest go? Oh, there it is. Yeah. That's bulbous enough. Alright. So we got that. And that. Actually, because that's there, we can actually use a 3 length. Yeah, we can use a 3 length for this guy. And actually get something a little bit more bulkier. And then from there, because we got this connection point going all the way through, it can also support the back, which will be right here. Now, the only concern is the backside of this model. It will be filled up, but now, like, the arms have a place to tuck in. It doesn't really blend well. It's not originally what I was thinking for this guy, but again, it's broad. And that's kind of like what he needs to be. He kind of needs to be broad. And already, he's already taller because of the nature of his build. He's already taller. I was not factoring in scale at all. Keep in mind, I was not factoring in scale when it comes to working on this dude. But he is getting tall for a Stars build. Alright. We're getting close to the end here, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Because I'm going to be ending the stream soon. I'm going to add another poll. There we go. There we go. Okay, I started another stream. I'm still going to be working on this, by the way. It will be finished. I might make a video of it. Definitely the Roxy is going to get a video. I love that build. And Brutaka as well is going to be finished and get a video. I really like small builds. They're fun. And honestly, great models, all in all. feel like it needs to be narrow, though. Yeah, I feel like that needs to be narrow. I feel like it's too wide. It's way too wide. How do I get it narrow? Actually, yeah. I figured it out. I figured it out. Are you working on Pit Mutagen Brutaka, Mike, or is this something else? I'm working on Pit Mutagen Brutaka. But Star's Pit Mutagen Brutaka. That's why he's so small. Is because I'm making the Stars variant of Pit Mutagen Brutaka. And I know what you're all thinking. It's a little bit too big to be Stars, and you would be absolutely right. But he's a Titan after all, and if a Titan were a Stars set, it would be Ignica scale. Or just about. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I came up with the trans orange because it's an underrated color, one, and it unironically works for this character. I'm trying to do my own take on the Pit Mutagen Brutaka. People have in the past, but I feel like because I'm making a Stars variant, I have more flexibility at this scale of what I want to achieve and how I want him to feel. If that makes any sense. Hopefully that does. There we go. And now he has more trans orange bleeding through, which is what I want. Fernandab says sleep time. I agree. Sleep time is nice. It's fun. I love sleep. It is something that I am deprived of and am seeking to embody / fulfill in my life right now, actually. Now that you mentioned it, I would very much love sleep time. Alright, got the fins here. I feel like that would probably work well. Actually, wait a minute, what if it's in the arms? I didn't think about that. I can put it on his arms. Do I have dark blue? I need dark blue right now. I need dark blue. Oh my god, that's a lot of other blues. I don't need that much blues. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I could just... I can give him the Kina build. I forgot about that. I can literally give him a Kina build slightly. But bulk it up with some gold. I could definitely do that. Bulk it up with gold. Put the... like, it could be a hybrid between the... Oh! Wait a minute. I know something white that would actually work well. Do I have a spare Hordika torso piece for Pit Mutagen Brutaka? Hold on. Hold on. I can make a hybrid between Kina's torso and the Matoran for this guy's torso. I just realized that. I could do that. That's a thing that I can do. That's a thing that I can do. Let me go ahead and do that because I have a MOC that I am hardly doing anything with, and honestly, like, probably not going to see the light of day all that much. Careful. ripping apart other builds just to finish this build. It is the cycle of life when you're a Machus. You always end up taking apart one build just for another build. It's the price to pay. The collector of a different toy says, recently I've been working on getting the Baraki. I have 2 of them at the moment. I'm getting the other 4 in the mail at least by Monday, and only one I still need is Nocturne. Nocturne is such a great set. I do hope you get the rest of them. One of my personal favorites was Elec. I really liked Elec. Elec was such a fun build. Yeah, I really liked Elec. Elec is a great set. It really is. It's underrated, honestly. But yeah, such a beautiful set. Alright, and then we can put this on top of there. No, it needs to cover more. Dark blue. Yeah, I feel like that might be the way to go. And then that way I can add some more, like maybe pipes, possibly. I can see that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that gives me an idea. Hold on. Hold on, that gives me an idea of something that I can do with this chest. Since if I am going to go the direction that I think I'm going to be going. I'm going to get tan though for this, so that it can actually clip in to the way I want it to be. There we go. Okay. Well guys, I am going to call it good here because it has been over 2 hours. Looks like everybody wants Brutaka to be finished, so we'll probably do that in the next stream. But thank you all for hopping in. I hope you like this build, this stream rather, and I'll see you in the next one. And but by the way, if you want to follow me in any social media outlets, links in the description down below. And also I got a new website as well. You can go called Ascending Depths Media, in case if you want to see the spiritual successor to Bionicle that I have been working on for the past 4 years. Sets are available right now over at ascendingdepths.etsy.com as well. You'll find links to that in the description down below. And of course, I will link all the songs that I've been playing in the background down in the description down below, in case if you guys want to have a listen for yourselves. But anyways, that is all for now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!